Well, welcome to Suffolk Island and Salt Marsh again. It's autumn. The last film I done was about Alde Carnival and how Alde Carnival seems to mark the beginning of autumn. Always seemed to when I was a child. And this is a little further inland than Alde. This is farmland around the river, and this is the heath or the warren at Snape. You can see the beautiful colours, the purples, the heather, the gorse has just gone off, but the whole of the countryside is starting to look a little bit dried out and jaded, and the trees are beginning to turn just slightly. We had a very wet summer, right up until about July, and then all of a sudden it dried out, and that has hastened the fall of the leaves as well. Because it dried out absolutely, and we didn't have a drop of water for weeks on end. This is a wonderful piece of countryside and a wonderful ecosystem, and supports so much. Now this is a hoarbush in the middle of a piece of pasture, and I'm just having a look at it because this is obviously a sign of autumn, and these berries are going to be terrific feed for birds, all sorts of wild birds. There's blackberries in there. This is just one bush, and the amount of fruit. So there's hawberries and there's blackberries there, you can see. These are elderberries, and no doubt some people will be making some elderberry wine out of those. You can see the leaves are starting to go, they're starting to turn. And all those fruits were in that one bush. There you go. But the countryside in general is starting to look dried out and jaded, and it's come to the point where it needs a rest. These pastures are only green because they are irrigated, and they're irrigated for cattle to keep the grass nice and lush, and that saves feed and concentrate on concentrated feeds. The cattle can eat nice lush pasture, but the countryside around these lush pastures, as I say, is just beginning to show signs of wear, and probably needs to start thinking about shutting down and having a rest until next spring. These hedges are absolutely laden with berries, sloes, hips, blackberries, as you can see, and there you can see some oak apples. Now oak apples are created by a parasitic wasp, and the parasitic wasp lives in the roots of the oak tree and comes up and then lays its eggs. The female lays its eggs, there's an ant there or something, and the female lays its eggs in the bud where the leaf would be, and the leaf bud turns into an oak apple. There's obviously an acorn, excellent feed value for bigger birds. Here we have elderberries. And more hawthorn. They're even beginning to dry up. And the leaves are beginning to turn and beginning to dry up. These keas on this field maple, they also become good food and good feed value later in the year when things are becoming thin on the ground. You can see it's all beginning to just look a little bit tired. This hedge is absolutely laden with blackberries. those ones are getting ready to turn. I did see a lady there the other day picking a huge pot of blackberries, and she looks like she's got plenty more to have a go at. Look at that lot. There's some blackberry crumble in there. So important. There you go, there's starting to die off, you can see there. A lot of leaves just beginning to turn. The countryside needs a rest. This is a piece of pasture that hasn't been or has been irrigated one side of the fence and the other side hasn't been, and you can see the difference. And the countryside has done its stuff, and now it's time for it to just rest for the winter and come back rejuvenated next spring. Also, of course, harvest is well underway. The grain harvest has been and gone. This field was onions only 2 days ago. Now that's been drilled, and that's been drilled with grass. And the grass will be there for pasture for the cattle for next year. This is a potato harvester, and this is now lifting potatoes which have been irrigated to soften the soil around them. And these huge pieces of machinery, and that was a tractor going by, which is now going to go up to this potato harvester and take some of the load. These are terrific pieces of machinery. Within days of this field being pulled down and possibly being re-drilled. You can see the potatoes going up the elevator and into the boxes, and the boxes will then be put into cold store. This trailer is loaded, will soon be going off to the store, and once that's been stored, they'll go off to the supermarkets. These are onions. This is red onions, I believe, on this field, and they've been lifted and then laid on the top, and they're drying out in the sunshine. And as soon as the moisture content is correct, a machine will come along and we'll just pick these up, shake the mud off them, and they'll go again into storage. This was onions only a week ago. I don't know what's under this fleece, and the irrigator is on, and that's the new crop. Whatever is under there, could be salad, vegetables, don't know. But whatever happens, they will be on someone's plate shortly, I suppose. Here's the meadow ladies coming to see me. You can see how dry that grass has got now. I don't know if they think I've got something for them, but as soon as I turned up, they decided to come and give me a look. So there you go. And now I'm back having a look with the drone up above the Warren. So the countryside is doing its thing, and one season gives way to the next. Well, if you enjoyed that quick look, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you again. Cheerio for now.